In this video, we're going to talk about setting up the Bollinger Bands in Motive Wave. If you're using a different charting software, then this video may not help you. It might help you get an idea of how they would set up in another software, but if you're not using Motive Wave, you don't need to necessarily watch this video. But if you are using Motive Wave or TSU charts, then here's what you want to do. So we're going to come over here into the Motive Wave application, and it's really simple to add indicators in here. Go up to the upper left menu item where it says Study and click on that, and then come down to the one that says Overlays. And if you look at the overlays, you're going to come over to the right side, and you'll go down to the one that says Bollinger Bands. And it's that simple. You click it, and it's going to add it to your chart. Now, if you take a look at this little screen here, you've got some alternatives of different information you can put in. For example, you can change the period from, for example, 20 to, say, 14, if that's what you wanted to do. But we're going to leave it at the default of 20 with a standard deviation of 2. If you wanted to change it, the top one is going to be, of course, your top band, and the bottom period is going to be your bottom band. And then, of course, the standard deviation for the top and the bottom there. Some people like to shift the bands forward or backwards. I don't recommend that, but if you wished to do so, you could do that right here. Now, if you come down to the area where it says colors, this is where you can change the colors of your bands if you wish to change the color lines here. And then, of course, your middle band. And then you can also change the size of your band. I like to go with about a 2.0, so we'll do that here. And you can change the middle band or any of them from a solid line to a dotted line or a variation of dotted lines there. So the middle band here is set up as a dotted line. If you click on the little pencil, you can go even further into details here and change stuff around. Now, you notice this thing here, it says fill color. This is optional. Let me go ahead and create this. I'm going to hit create, and you're going to see the Bollinger Bands now created on the chart. Now, to edit this, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can click on one of the bands, and it kind of bolds it, and you can double-click it, and that one pulled up the chart settings itself. If you double-click it just right, there you go, it will pull up that same box, that same window for you. The other alternative is in the upper left corner. You see where it says Bollinger Bands, or BB. You can double-click that, and it will pull up the same box. Either way, either method will pull up the indicator on your chart. Now, you see down here where it says Fill. If you click on the display box, it will change this in here, and this actually creates a fill color. Now, watch this. I'm going to hit Apply and Update, and you see that's how the Bollinger Bands get shaded in. Now, I think that's a little bit dark right there, so I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to go down to More Colors. And watch this, I can change the opacity down a little bit. I do like the shading. I think it looks nice, but it was a little too dark. So there you have it. We've applied that, and that's how you add the Bollinger Bands here in Motive Wave. Now, let's go one step further. Now that you've got the Bollinger Bands in here, let's save it as a template. And so to do so, let's go to the File menu in the far upper left corner and go down to Chart, and then go over to Template. And then we're going to go over to Save as Template. And when we do that, let's go ahead and name this, and we'll call it B-Bands Suite. And then we're going to hit Save As, and voila, it has been saved. Now, if you come back to the File menu, Chart, Template, you'll see B-Bands Suite. You also see the key command, Option 7. And so with Option 7, what happens is if you're on your regular template and you press the key command Option 7, it will pull up your template for the Bollinger Bands. Really easy to set that up here, and then once you've got it in there, it's set up as a template. So that's how you set the templates up in Motive Wave.